Mix 94.1.
Hey, John Joel here from Mix 94.1. I'm very happy to talk with someone who is a part of an absolute phenomenon right now. Disney's Encanto. The woman who does the voice of that character, Luisa, the character behind the very popular song Surface Pressure. She's here with us right now. This is Jessica Darrow, everybody.
Yes! Let's give a round of applause. Woo!
Number one movie, number one song with We Don't Talk About Bruno, and the number one album with the soundtrack. I mean, like I say, this is a phenomenon.
How did you get roped into this whole thing? Like, how did this whole thing start?
How did I get roped into this whole thing? I don't know. Dude, it was a random commercial audition at first. I was, okay, so not a commercial audition, obviously. This was through my commercial agency. So I've done a lot of commercial voiceover work. And that's what I was mostly doing at this point in early 2020. And then I happened to do that big old artist trip that a lot of actors do where you feel stagnant in New York and then you do your trip to LA to see if it changes anything. And but also my manager is out there, so I wanted to go, work with him and stuff. I said, all right, I'm just gonna take a month. March 2020, I go out there, and what would normally be a just a chill MP3 phone audition that I send out into the ether, I was asked if I wanted to do it in person because I'm there in LA and that's where Disney Animation Studios is. So I said, okay, I'll take this $50 Uber to Burbank, and I pull up. So what else am I gonna do? And I had this audition in person with Jamie Sparrow Roberts, who is the casting director on this. She's so amazing, and she was just nominated for an award for casting. So congratulations to her. But yeah, and then I sang I'll Make a Man Out of You from Mulan because I felt like that was very Luisa vibes. And just through this discussion, just her and I having this one-on-one, she was like, I feel like this is you. You got a call back. I want to see you in New York. It was one of the greatest auditions I ever had. Very serendipitous, but very wonderful. When I saw the breakdown of Luisa and saw that she was a tough crybaby, I was like, all right, I don't got to do much work here. And so I think that also had a lot to do with it. It's very much me. I just kind of brought myself to the table. And then COVID happened, and though I knew I had this potential, callback up in the air, I completely forgot about it and just put it out of my brain because I didn't know if I'd be able to make art in the same way again, let alone none of us knew if we'd ever be able to make it ever again, period. It was terrifying. And then I ended up finding out in July that I had a callback over Zoom with the directors, Jared and Byron. And that was an amazing process. The whole audition process has honestly been one of the most thoughtful I had ever had. They asked me about my own personal family, my own family dynamics, the role that I feel I play within it. And it was through that they talked about their families too. I was like, damn, we're getting really close and personal here. And it was just so amazing and so beautiful to see Disney legends just be so open and vulnerable with me. And that it was then in that moment that I knew, I think this is going to be something special. Like, I wonder if they would even think that I'm cut out for it. All I can do is bring myself. I hope I'm enough. And then I end up finding out in October that they liked my Luisa and they felt that we were a match.
I think it's safe to say you were enough.
I think I was enough, yeah. This whole process has been, seriously, since starting recording November of 2020 up until I wrapped in August 2021. And that whole time, it's been such an amazing journey and a lot of me discovering that I am enough. And making art through a pandemic is a crazy way of holding up a mirror up to yourself and being like, okay, maybe you're not doing this job that you know this is what you were destined to do. You're supposed to do. Maybe you're not doing it the way that you always dreamed, but look how lucky and blessed you are to be able to be doing it, period. And then it turned into something even greater because of the circumstances in which we had to make this. And I would not change a thing. It actually made us, I feel like, even more close. Like, we're such a family, the cast and crew. None of us met in person until the day of the premiere, but we had just fallen in love with each other over Zoom, that when we got together on the red carpet, Latinos, we all just it was like a family reunion. We were crying, yelling. It was crazy.
So you guys were in isolation during this whole process?
Yeah, we all were in our own spaces. And I was, and the majority of people were actually in LA. We also had Adasa that is in Tennessee. But I'm me and Renzi, and I believe Ravi as well. We were all here in New York. So we were all recording remotely in our own like separate studios.
Wow.
So yeah, it's pretty crazy, but that's the magic of Disney. It's amazing.
Let me list all of the songs that your song is currently outselling, out streaming, out downloading, out everything. These are all the artists that you're currently doing better on the charts right now than these following artists. Ed Sheeran, okay, Taylor Swift, Doja Cat, Justin Bieber, Lil Nas X, Olivia Rodrigo, and even Adele.
Yeah, no. Adele is literally, that's my baby, so I can't, this is not real.
I gotta tell you, that Lin-Manuel Miranda guy, he's got a little songwriting pop savvy, doesn't he?
It is. No one does it like that man. A gift to our generation and our time.
So what's next? What's the next step for Jessica Darrow?
We got a lot of cool other potential things in the works. The goal for me is to definitely be on film. So I really am trying to be doing some on-camera work this year as well. So we're trying to manifest that and see what happens.
Thank you very much for doing this. Congratulations on all your success. And maybe once the COVID thing dies down, you can come to Northeast Ohio and hang out with us here at Mix 94.1. Congratulations.
Thank you. You too. Stay warm and enjoy the song.
Jessica Darrow, everybody.
Thank you. Bye.